morning, guys. It's Jessie with Lost Marbles Farm. I'm going to go over just a few things about growing green beans that some people may or may not know. It's mostly information for novice gardeners, but there may be some things that seasoned gardeners didn't know about green beans. So I'm just going to talk about our rattlesnake green beans here that are behind me and show you a few things that might be helpful. Okay, so as long as you're still seeing these blossoms, that means that you still have plenty of green beans that are coming on. Sometimes you'll get a whole lot of green beans and then they kind of stop. Kind of like, you know how there's an eye of the storm and like it kind of slows down in the middle and then all of a sudden it kicks back up again. That sometimes happens when you're growing green beans. So as long as you still see blossoms coming on, don't pull up the plants thinking they're finished just because there's no green beans there. They'll grow more. Okay, now, sometimes they can hide really, really well, okay? So you have to sometimes go through it 2 times, or it actually helps to have more than one person going through the beans and looking. And I like the kids to go because they can actually look lower to the ground and see beans lower that I didn't see. All right, guys, we hear you. We hear you. I'm sorry, the chickens are all getting riled up. So this is the ideal size that you're looking for when you're harvesting beans. Okay, see, it's about the length of my hand, and it's not too fat, okay? The older they get, the fatter they're gonna get. And then when they get really fat, I've got one down here to show you. This one really is borderline, so this one's getting kind of chunk, okay? This one right here, this one is chunk. Okay, now, you can still eat these, but they're going to be stringy and tough. So what I like to do is when I'm snapping beans to put up, or just snapping beans to cook, you can open the bean. It's hard to do this with one hand. Open the bean and just take out the beans and throw the beans in there to eat, okay? So that way you're not eating the tough outer shell. So you can just basically, like you would a pea, you're going to open the bean and take out the seeds and throw them in there to can or to eat, because this gets really tough. And obviously you don't want to pick them too young. I mean, that's, you know, just think about when you buy beans in a can, and I know they're already cut up, you know, they're about this size. If you cut this into pieces, short pieces, that's about the size of the green beans, unless they're those flat Italian or whatever they call green beans, which that's not what we're growing right now. Then if another thing is, if they stay on there too long, they'll get brown like this and kind of dry looking. I don't know if you can hear it. Anyway, so I've tried to shake it to see if you could hear it. But if they stay on there too long, they're going to get dry. And this is how you would save seeds. Like if you wanted to, if you had a variety that was an heirloom seed that was not hybrid, you actually can let it dry really well, and then it opens super easy, and save those seeds to plant for next year. You won't have to buy any seeds. That's one of my favorite things to do, is to save seeds, because it's so simple. And then you won't have to depend on the stores if they have them. If they run out of your favorite variety, you can just keep them. And of course, with like black-eyed peas, we're growing black-eyed peas this year. We pick them fresh, but we also have the option, if we just get so tired of it, it's like I'm so tired of putting up peas, let them go dry on the bush, and then we can put them up dry and have dried beans to put up. Another thing I wanted to tell you about is, if you are organic gardening, you're going to see this. See those little spots? That's just bite marks, y'all. It's not going to hurt you. The bugs are hungry too, and they like to get a little snack now and then. So it's not a disease, it's not mold, it's nothing that's going to hurt you. It's just a little tiny spot. Totally fine to eat. You know, don't be scared of that kind of thing. So when stuff looks perfect, when vegetables look and fruits look perfect, they've probably been sprayed, because nature is gonna, I mean, it is full of lots of bugs, and bugs like what you like, and they're going to take snacks and little tiny bites off of it. So I just wanted to share those few things with you. Maybe it will help you when it comes to picking beans and learning a few things about beans. And again, this is a rattlesnake variety, super drought resistant, great beans to have. I highly recommend. All right, you guys stay cool, try not to get too hot, and y'all have a great rest of the week.